Previously on the Tu-Vie podcast.
We're doing our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler-filled review.
And then you have it culminate and you think, oh my God, like these guys are going to die.
Oh, they're dancing. And then Drax is saying bye to Mantis. And I'm like, why is my eyes are sweating? He leans over to me after that scene and he's like, this Gamora is an asshole. I think I need one ride to just be a very cool dark ride with some dope animatronics.
Oh, I'm so bad with this name. He does Baby Driver.
Edgar Wright.
I was going to say Edgar Wright.
You're going to have to try and do it right. Oh, what?
We got Superman Legacy news.
What? This is breaking on the podcast? Oh.
Yeah. Apparently this guy is one of the top contenders.
I'll put a photo here.
Corn Sweat.
Very interesting. Yeah. David Cornsweat.
Nicholas Hoult is being discussed to play Lex Luthor. I don't hate that. Ezra Miller got cast in 2014.
Wow.
I'm deeply afraid that the Flash movie is gonna CGI resurrect Christopher Reeve.
No way.
They better not.
I'm very afraid that.
Oh my gosh,
no
they better
way.
not. He said the 3 movies I think you should watch. One you can skip out on and not like, or it's like the Man of Steel one you should probably rewatch because it's we got Zod coming back and everything.
Is Batman versus Superman not on that list?
BVS is really not on that list, but the
No.
Justice League is.
BVS
Justice League
should
is.
never be on any list. BVS is
Not even the extended cut.
Snyder is my enemy.
Hey,
Wow.
don't. Snyder's a good guy.
Wow.
He's a
Leave him
great
alone.
human being. He is not a good storyteller.
Some parts are kind of neat, like Man of Steel. I think that's one of the best Superman movies we've gotten in a long time. Maybe because it's the only one we've gotten in a long time.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is pretty awesome. I like
It's
it.
like kind of better than Justice League 2017. And also to be kind of better and also be 4 hours long. That's a war crime, man.
I'm gonna go grab a knife.
I'm just watching this unfold because I'm like,
I
in
wrote
the
an
middle.
entire paper.
You did?
I wrote an entire paper for college in college for like one of my English classes about how much I hated his Watchmen adaptation.
His Watchmen adaptation's not my favorite. It's one of my least favorite movies he's done.
Not
What
even
I will
Sucker
say
Punch?
is this. I haven't seen Sucker Punch yet, but I
right.
really want to
Sucker
see it.
Punch
A lot
is-
of people don't like it, and I just want to experience it for myself and see if I do like it, because I do like his work quite a bit. His Batman interpretation, first and foremost, is my favorite Batman interpretation. I agree that Batman should never kill. But I liked how like not telling you, beating you over the head of why he's killing and when he stops, because like the next time you see him kill, he's just killing parademons. He's not really killing criminals. So I do like the his more or less like, you have to really look into it and read into like what's happening to get what's going on. And that's not for everybody. And I won't say like he's a genius 10 out of 10 times, because Doomsday looked pretty weird until towards the end of the movie he started looking more like Doomsday. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, some of the stuff he says is either hit or miss, but I kind of liked more or less what they were going for. What
What
happened?
did you say, Cameron?
You should have been the Riddler.
The comparison between
I would
the
actually
two.
I'd rather see Pete Davidson as the Riddler, really.
What?
I just really wanted to. You got real quiet on that one. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to throw something out there. I just wanted to toss a grenade and wait for it to go.
God.
I'm just imagining.
Yeah,
Pick a card, Batman.
man.
You'd be
Just
a
trying
great
to
Hush.
think if there
But
is
like,
some-
I want to hear more about your Snyder thoughts, and I'm gonna be quiet. I want to take it all in.
I like how this started as a Guardians podcast. We're ending on Zack Snyder.
Okay. My Zack Snyder.
Guardians versus Zack Snyder, title of the episode.
Great.
God.
I got it done.
I'm sorry. I know that you probably really like his movies. Zack Snyder is probably my least favorite modern filmmaker.
Wow.
I
That says a lot.
strongly dislike almost everything he's made.
Wow.
I think his Dawn of the Dead fully misses the point of the original and its anti-consumer consumerism like message. I think it just turns it into
You
like
writing it down?
macho kind of just like it's super weird. Like that movie's weird. And I also
I'm
know
gonna
that James Gunn
prescribe you
wrote that.
Molly and Percocet to take a chill or two.
Let me just like bust open his IMDb and let me just start spouting
Which one?
out.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Bust it open.
Zack
You don't
Snyder's?
think I know what's on his IMDb?
Zack Snyder's or whose?
Zack Snyder's.
All right, hold
Although
on.
I know James Gunn
Can we
wrote
admit that 300 and Army of the Dead are pretty good?
Army of the Dead was not great.
All right, Cameron.
Hey, he said not great, so it's probably pretty
I
good.
really liked it. I saw it like 4
you know
times the
what?
day it came out.
I'll give Zack Snyder one thing. The Owl movie was neat. The Owl movie was cute. I read
Guardians of
those
Gahul.
books. What's that?
Guardians of the Gahul or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul, the most confusing title I think I ever had to read as a kid.
All right.
Which,
So
by the way, he also did a Hanukkah thing. That's kind of neat.
yeah.
That's
I
not on
think
that list.
I think Zack Snyder makes some real cool visuals.
He did a My Chemical Romance music video.
No substance.
The Black Parade, directed by Zack Snyder.
Well, it's My Chemical Romance Desolation Row.
Yeah, like Zack Snyder would be great for directing music videos.
Desolation Row was a song that was a part of the Watchmen movie. It was like
What about Dawn of the Dead?
Was it? I already said it. I feel like it misses the point of the original
I
and just
did not
turns it
see
into
that.
generic zombie.
I kind of checked out for a second. My bad.
I think like with most like modern zombie movies, like, you know, I think why Dawn of the Dead remake comes off like generic is because the original Dawn of the Dead set, you know, the standard of what zombie movies should be. So I think we've been getting
He's done a lot of music videos.
Zombie clones that are emulating like the Dawn of the Dead movie. So like when a remake does happen, it's like, yeah, I mean, it comes off a generic zombie movie. It's because like Dawn of the Dead was the original one, was the first generic zombie movie. Now it just seems generic because it was the first.
I think
you guys know he did a
the
ZZ Top music video.
Way more going on for it.
James is trying so hard.
I'm trying to get this in like the middle ground. But he did a
ZZ Top.
He did a ZZ Top music video as well as a Rod Stewart video within 1 year of each other.
Yo, did you guys see this video on TikTok the other day?
Shut up. I'm trying.
Next movie, 300, is got some cool visuals.
Yeah.
I wish the story I gave even a tiny shit about. Also, I can't remember all the points, but I watched a video and that movie has like some very like fascist undertones. Probably can't back that up, but I'll find the video somewhere. Watchmen.
Lizzie Borden video. That's me. I don't know who that is.
Watchmen misses the point of the book, I think, almost entirely. I think mainly what I will point to is that in the book, violence is this horrifying, like terrible thing. But in the movie, he seems to take this some sort of like almost glee in like breaking arms and using buzzsaw. I think Zack Snyder read Watchmen and was like, you know what? Rorschach is cool.
Rorschach is cool, but
I'll be right back. I'm gonna let you guys have your fun.
Rorschach is like, yeah. not.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the graphic novel, he's like a mentally unstable
Yeah, and
Steve Ditko caricature, and in in the movie, like he's kind of like homeless Batman,
yeah, it's just
which is which I will definitely, because like Watchmen is not like my favorite Zack Snyder movie.
yeah,
Like there are moments where it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, there are some like comic book panels that really would work well as a dope like 2 second shot in a movie. But like Watchmen's action scenes are
yeah,
like my least favorite in all of like the Zack Snyder movies. It's
yeah.
just it doesn't work for me. There are some moments where it really does work with I forget, like it was like towards the end of the movie where it was on Ozymandias, and like how like they were doing the slow-mo hyper like fast punching where
Yeah.
like he would make like a punch, and then you would just hear like a delay in the sound. It's like whoop, 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 and then like Rorschach would like be hit against the wall. It's like that's kind of cool. That's fun, but like it doesn't fit well in the movie or a lot of the other stuff. And the
He always
point of the
wears a
graphic
nice
novel,
suit, you know.
One other thing I will say about
Okay.
ignore
Watchmen
him.
is
All
that
right.
it is a cowardly movie. Where's the squid?
What?
Yeah.
Where's the squid, Watchmen? Come on.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the show
Would
did
have worked.
this. And then
Wasn't
Sucker Punch.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan in that movie? He
Yeah,
was
he
the
was.
comedian, right? It really set up.
Um,
He was that before he was Negan, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Set him up perfectly.
like long before that.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch is
A movie.
a cluster. Oh, sorry.
Fine.
I,
It's fine. It's fine. I got it. I got it.
It's already too late.
Dude, it's
Go
it's
for
it's like not
All
even the
right.
third time. You're fine.
um, Sucker Punch is just this train wreck of well-intentioned but horrible, horrible execution, and like it is.
I feel
It is
like
very
I'm
much.
listening to someone talking major shit about a
This is
family
like
friend of
Collin's
mine.
world's worst nightmare. Like it's like he's tortured and we're trying to break him for information.
Sucker Punch is
This
a
is like an
movie.
intervention.
Sucker Punch is like a movie that was made to be like this feminist, uh like women's liberation movie, but it was written by like the
A
straightest
man.
man of all time. Yeah, like
The
uh
guy's guy.
it's written by like a 12-year-old. Anyway, Man of Steel is fine.
Awesome.
I don't hate Man
We're
of
really
Steel.
going
I
through this.
think,
You're really going through this guy's list and just
yeah, I am. I'm working
beating
my way
it
up.
down.
When you get to BVS, just be gentle.
No,
Just be gentle.
no, no. Man of Steel is fine. I think it's a bit too far up its own ass with like, hey guys, Superman is Jesus. Um,
A couple of moments of Jesus imagery, a few. And it's already a universal theme. Like it's like the same thing with like Batman and his parents and the pearls. It's or his, like as tragedy, or like Spider-Man's like, self-hatred and, talk about responsibility.
I don't
Like
know. I just felt more.
Superman's entire origins was like a metaphor of Jesus. So it is appropriate to have like a couple of those shots, because in the context of that movie, if we are going to go for a little more a real world perspective, there are going to be some people who see him as more or less a Jesus figure, because you're having a person that flies that's defying all of laws of gravity. So it works, and I
Henry
like
Cavill
that.
looks really
And
good in a
so
Superman suit.
come at me.
Henry, I'll give you that. I'll give
Henry
you that.
Cavill
I
looks
felt like it beat me
gorgeous.
over the head with it a bit too much, but I'll give you that.
It's
Um,
gorgeous.
I think Man of Steel is like his most like solid work.
Okay.
I'll give you that. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Batman v Superman.
Here we go.
Underrated.
Hold on. You mean like the non-extended cut or just
I
the
haven't seen
movie?
the extended cut. I can't talk about it.
That one, I will admit. Okay, now I'm actually gonna chip in with a real sentence here.
Revoke his rights on the Zoom call. He's about to talk major smack about a movie
So
he
hold on,
hasn't
hold on.
even seen.
No. He
I'm
hasn't
going to
seen
talk
the
about the
extended.
theatrical.
He's talking about theatrical.
I'm gonna
which
pretend someone's holding me back.
Colin, you don't even like the theatrical. Whenever you talk about BVS, you explicitly talk about the extended.
He hasn't been cleansed with the extended.
Colin, you got to understand, he's going to avoid that. But the theatrical one sucks compared to the extended one.
No, I know it's
one more
major,
thing about Man of Steel, I will say, is that tonally, I think this was the wrong choice to build a universe off of. That's not the movie's fault. It is just like, if Man of Steel was its own thing, I think I would be fine.
It was
but
at
that
first.
that was its foundation for the DCEU. I feel like
I feel like that's what it was at first. And if you go back and watch the whole thing, it's very simple as its own thing. But then when they started doing more movies, they kept going back to it. So it's not like its own thing. It was its own thing, but because they kept going back to it, it now is perceived as a building block for that foundation, which is very bad.
Which I don't think this is like Zack Snyder's fault, because
it's more
back
DC.
on it, like he didn't want to build a universe in the first place.
No,
sure.
Anyway, Batman v Superman, I think is
restore the Snyderverse.
Oh my god,
no,
let it go.
Is probably my least favorite movie of all time.
I'm actually gonna make this a two-parter.
Borg Life.
Oh my gosh.
This
is going to be a two-parter episode. Just want to let everyone know. This is great.
Batman v Superman, I think, just like
criminally underrated.
Collin.
Batfleck.
Let me start with the first word in the title. Batman. What went wrong there?
Collin, stay away from the mic. We can hear you.
Why is Batman murdering people, Zack? Zack, why is people?
He's been fighting crime for 20 years.
Okay. If you have Batman murdering people,
blur the lines for him.
Misunderstood the idea of who Batman.
He lost an adopted
son. We can hear you. We can hear you just fine.
And I think my Batman wouldn't kill people after losing an adopted son. Like after Jason
did it in Dark Knight Returns, he shot someone right in the face with a machine gun.
Collin. I can hear you.
And anyway, moving on. Second name in that title, Superman. He's just so miserable, and I don't like him at all. He has no I don't want to root for him. He's a robot in the movie. Actually, everyone is. There's no likable traits for any of these characters.
Wonder Woman.
She's just kind of there in the movie.
You still like her?
Blasphemy!
Wow, this is like this. I feel like this is a political debate. And I'm just a moderator.
The Lex Luthor is terrible. Like just a bafflingly designed character who is so insanely acted.
You know what? I'll give you Lex Luthor. All right, not for everyone.
The Jolly Rancher scene. Oh my god!
But it's Cherry.
And I'm gonna say this all falls apart, and truly, and I know you as probably a Snyder defender.
Because I actually, this episode is going on.
This is gonna be a two-parter. No, we're doing a two-parter. Don't worry, keep going.
No, I know we're doing a two-parter. I have to charge my computer. Give me a
all right. Martha
it's
no, don't talk about Martha yet.
Okay, I'll save Martha.
Well, while we're making this kind of this whole thing, welcome back to part 2 of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 spoiler review, which is now turned into a Guardians versus Zack Snyder debate between the moderator, myself, aka the host, your co-host Collin, who just left the room to go get his charger, and our special guest Cameron, who is reaming into Collin's reality, grabbing it with both hands and just yanking it out.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Tu-Vie podcast, Cameron. This is it's a great way to get your foot on the podcast here.
What a time! What a time we're having. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been this worried for him. I think this is going to genuinely shatter his reality.
Oh man. All right.
He's
He's
coming in
back.
for round 3.
I'm ready. I'm ready to Martha.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this, Cameron. Did you watch the Pizza Film School episode of Zack Snyder?
No, I don't think so.
It's really good. It kind of explains a lot of what he does when he directs.
The Russo brothers like him. Sorry.
I don't like the Russo brothers.
What? We're gonna have you back in another episode where it's just gonna be movie fights. You know,
I
Screen
think they make
Junkies went back
fine
on, and we're gonna
MCU
bring it
movies,
back.
But like, have you seen what
Literally,
they've done
James,
recently?
I thought-
Have you seen The Gray Man?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that great.
It was not
Cameron.
good.
I didn't think it was
Alright,
awful.
I thought James was going to, because when he said that he was going to bring you on, I was like, oh, is he going to be a part of our hot takes? And he's like, no, he's going to be a part of our Guardians. You should have been on our hot takes.
Well, we didn't even do hot takes. No one sent them in. You cowards on TikTok.
Oh my god, that's just insane.
I'm the only one that posted. The thing is,
I love Cameron.
Thing is, the Pizza Film School episode explains a lot. For both of them and the Russo brothers and Snyder. Zack Snyder, it just he draws out what he's gonna shoot, and that's what he kind of bases what he shoots on the set, and it's very explicit.
I should recommend. There's a series. I'll wait for Collin to come back. Actually, because I feel like he should watch it too. Because I'd be interested on his take on it.
Maybe that could probably be the next thing. I don't know. I've genuinely. I don't think I've seen him more. I don't think I've ever seen him. I haven't seen him this mad since middle school, which I'll say is it's a long time. Him and I got into an argument, I think, over how I didn't like Justice League Dark, and he did. I think that was the argument. No, I think that was probably middle school. Yeah. I don't know. It was bad. I remember not liking it, but this is yeah.
This is
a lot to
into
take.
it. We're into it.
Are ya?
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start Martha, or do you want to start Sherry?
First, I want to recommend you a video series on YouTube by the YouTuber Maggie May Fish. She has a great series.
Oh, I've heard of her.
It's pretty good.
Maggie May Fish. I'll send you her link. I've heard of her. I'll send you the channel link on.
Anyway, Martha, what the?
Oh my god!
What? Like, come on. It's bafflingly dumb in every, like, you can make as many thematic arguments. I think it fails.
I'm not going to give you a thematic
fails on
one.
Every conceivable level. Just because they have the same mom, he's like, oh god, he's a whole person now. It's like,
wow, dude, she's only made 50 videos and she's got like almost 200,000 subscribers.
It's so dumb. And like, sure, does it lead to a really cool Batman action scene? Yeah, cool. Is that the best part of the movie? Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
But
I actually think the fight between Batman and Superman is the weakest part of the movie.
What's that?
He thinks the fight's weak.
I think the fight between Batman and Superman is the weakest part.
No, I meant like the fight between him and the thugs.
Oh
yeah, no, that is
that's a good part.
My favorite fight scene in all of superhero movies, without a question. Like choreographed.
Say that sentence again.
Okay.
It is
in
my
all
favorite...
of superhero movies.
Oh, I forgot about the Guardians 3 one.
I was gonna say, like, did you just forget what this movie was?
Sorry.
The No Sleep Till Brooklyn is easily one of the best fight scenes in the hallway ever.
You're right.
I mean, it's been a while.
The Martha scene, there is a really great explanation for it that people kind of forget. So if you break it down like this, so if you notice, Batman's foot is on Superman's throat, and Superman can barely, like, you know, put out a word because there's kryptonite like right next to his face. There's still kryptonite in his lungs, and he's pretty effed up.
Well, also,
and so
it's also like a titanium suit. That's
so he's not gonna say like save my mom, because he doesn't know, like, he knows that Bruce doesn't exactly know whose mom is. So what I'm assuming, Superman's trying to say save Martha Kent, but he's having a hard time, so he's only bringing out the words save Martha, and then he remembers, you know,
his mom's name.
And in the same tone of voice, because Bruce was still standing right next to his father, and his father was saying Martha.
Which, by the way,
know,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan cameo number 2. Wayne.
Jeffrey Dean cameo. Jeffrey Dean
cameo.
I don't care. Anyway, back to my point is that, Bruce reasonably had a PTSD like episode because, he's been fighting crime for 20 years. His adopted son was literally murdered and left burning alive in his own home by the Joker, which has been confirmed by Zack Snyder, which is why Wayne Manor is burnt to a cinder.
Man, wouldn't it be great if we learned that in the movie?
Well, we were going to, but it's the pieces were still there, of like Wayne Manor being burnt and Robin's seat being burnt.
What are you winding up to say?
What?
What are you winding up to say? You've been stretching for like 2 minutes
Oh,
now.
I thought we were both stretching.
No, I'm just relaxing. I'm waiting for this to just...
No, not you. He's stretching in one way. I'm stretching in another.
Oh, okay.
What's happening?
He said, I thought we were both stretching. I'm stretching in one way and you're stretching in another.
Wait, do you just stretch when other people stretch?
No, Collin, he's saying you're stretching the movie, like you're stretching points, and he's physically stretching, so you're both stretching for different reasons.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were stretching to just wind up and just be like, I thought you were gonna like he's gonna get this whole giant like big point, and you just go, nah. That's what I really thought you were gonna.
Stretching. I think I'm being completely reasonable. He's not gonna say like he's not gonna like
Sorry,
he's having
me off guard.
Sorry, I
liked it. No, it was great.
Gosh,
okay.
You know what? Go on.
Okay, I don't think in any way they accurately conveyed those ideas in that scene at all. It's all like only makes sense if you have like these notes from the director post the movie.
Think it's edited and shot badly, but I think the reasons are still there. For someone to say it doesn't make any sense, I will argue, but I won't argue that it was presented terribly. I will give you that.
I think
the music's cool.
Just like failed in the way that like I've understood it for, gosh, how many years has it been? Too many years.
At least almost. I think almost. I want to say 8 years.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. It was
2016. I think is when it came out. Yeah, 2016.
It was just like baffling to me then. It was just not portrayed well. And then you got the ending fight, which is just like
cool.
When Superman dies, I feel nothing, which is really sad. Like because like then they're just gonna bring him back in Justice League. And then when they bring him back in Justice League, I feel nothing again. It's just
no, dude, that was such a high pitch. I don't think it registered on my computer. I think you just disturbed your cat.
When the axe hit the thing and he was like not impressed. And then and then ice breaths it and then gets up.
I'm not going to talk much about Zack Snyder's Justice League because I watched it once and I don't remember it that much.
I thought that scene was
cool, 4 hours and I think I went into like a vegetative state.
What?
It's a new perspective on the Tu-Vie podcast here. Look at that.
I just gotta stand.
I don't know who it was, but that video, that guy punching his computer. I feel like Colin's gonna get it. This keeps going the way it is.
Right. Well, then Army of the Dead is just like
awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of good. I mean, it's a cool it's a better zombie film than we've gotten the last few years.
No.
What's a better zombie film than last 6 years?
Any Walking Dead season.
Oh yeah, Walking Dead is bad.
Well, hold on. The one with the first season with Negan was pretty good.
Negan wasn't in the first season.
No, the first season of like when Negan was introduced.
Honestly, there haven't
the one
been
where Glenn dies. That season.
Train to Busan is cool.
That's good, but that came out. When did that come out?
I mean, I like that season. It's just
2016. Okay.
Uh,
What a year for us, guys.
Overlord is fun. I liked Overlord.
That one with the Call of Duty zombie maps movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Really?
I
watched it.
But like,
Was
there
there
haven't
any
been a ton of
zombies
good
in there?
zombies.
I thought there was like
no,
maybe
there was
like
definitely
2 or 3.
zombies in that movie. I don't think I ever watched it.
I just like Army of the Dead was like, again, I think Zack Snyder would benefit greatly from having a writer that isn't him.
No, he's worked with writers.
Than a different writer, a better writer. Like, I think he can make some really cool images. Also, another thing about Army of the Dead, like the out of focus shots.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I get that it's an artistic choice. I don't like it. It hurts my eyes. Stop doing it.
Why don't you get better glasses, nerd?
I don't think that helps.
Actually, fun fact, I went and saw The Menu
Yeah.
in theaters, and like halfway through it's like the last 20 minutes of the movie. I'm in the movie theater. I like go to wipe my glasses and I pull my glasses up and it broke in the middle.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right.
and I was just like, what did I do?
You came in with like tape
That-
around them, I think.
The Menu was the Menu was a great movie, and
I
for
liked
one of the reasons being that it made me
Zack
hate
Snyder was
Nicholas
food.
Hoult.
Yeah.
Like that movie makes you hate Nicholas Hoult.
He's
It's
so
like,
evil in that movie.
Easily.
So punchable. Anyway, but
Anya was
yeah,
great. I thought
In-
Anya did good.
in conclusion, I'm happy that you like Zack Snyder movies. I'm happy that people do. I'm
happy we don't live in the same state.
Impressive ending. It's so bad. I'm happy you enjoy it. Idiot.
I mean, like, I'm happy that people get satisfaction out of any kind of art. I mean, it just like wasn't for me, didn't work for me.
Did it?
What's that?
It didn't?
I
didn't
know,
catch
right?
that.
But
Tell me,
like,
Cameron,
Oh my
do you bleed?
often.
You will.
Oh God. What else? God.
It's a movie.
And I'm happy that I hope that you Snyder fans get at least some
Put the
closure.
mic away. We can
Get
hear
some
you.
closure on like what it would have been. Do I want the Snyderverse restored? No. But do I hope that you guys find out what they would have done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
I
think
think
like
the Snyderverse needs to kind of have its own
We will
Logan.
not rest until we restore the Snyderverse.
What,
Never
Colin? Let
mind.
me tell you this. What happens? Okay, you know what? Let me pull this on you because you're gonna hate me for this, but you're gonna love it.
Let me just say the whole Snyder cut to restore the Snyderverse is classic if you give a mouse a cookie.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I'm gonna get. So, Colin, you may hate me for using this quote on you, but you guys are like dogs chasing cars. You never know what you're gonna do when you get it. You just want to go, you know. But when you get it, you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
What happens then?
just
Like, Colin, I love you, buddy. I'd love to see more of the Snyderverse, but I just think the timing is gone.
Yeah, it's
Oh my God, he's got those little squeegee, the little things about to pop. Colin, I will say though, I mean, you both got some great points, and I'm in the middle here. I think the Snyderverse would be great to come back with. I think though the timing's a bit gone. I think there's some moments here and there that don't work. I think there's some moments here and there that do work. Can we just
You're gonna hate me for using this quote, buckaroo, but I'm gonna pull this little gem.
Screw you. Wait, let me hear it.
People tell you should move on. Some do, but not us. Captain America Avengers Endgame. I rest my case.
Okay. That's okay. When half of the Snyder people die, we'll use that when it makes sense. But buddy, there are some people out there who are a little intense at the Snyderverse that I don't
Yeah,
think.
but that's
will-
also that's like
No, I
saying
have
like
them
let's
blocked on
Star
Twitter.
that's like saying let Star Wars die, because like some of the fans are like very like passive aggressive or like hateful.
It's just
That's with
I
like
wouldn't
every
be upset.
really you wouldn't be upset
Like-
if you wouldn't be upset if the Rise of Skywalker was the last movie we ever got.
I mean, as long as I get Andor season 2, I'm fine.
Wow. What'd you think about Mandalorian season 3?
Bad.
Okay. Wasn't definitely the best season
No.
2, but
It was
definitely the worst one. Yeah.
I
Wasn't the
just-
Yeah, your face. I got
Yeah.
you.
If we start talking about Star Wars, I'm gonna have to start giving more.
part 3.
A New Hope.
We'll say
We're
my
not. We'll do
hot
We'll do
take
that
for
a different day.
another day. But
we'll have it. We'll
I-
do a chronological Star Wars.
I think Mando season 3. I think
there were some great moments in there, and I think
yeah,
Jack Black
there's
was
some
a
great
highlight.
moments in anything, but like I think the worst mistake that
If
the
you say Jack
Mandoverse
Black.
has done. What?
If you say Jack Black, I'm
No,
ending.
no.
Okay, thank God.
Although that episode was weird.
He's not
It's
a
weird.
Lizzo fan.
It's-
That's the twist.
No, I texted Micah though that Lizzo is in Star Wars, and he said I may have to start watching Star Wars.
But
He loves
I
that
think
girl.
the main problem that I have with Mando and specifically season 3 is that they shouldn't have brought Grogu back. We should have had time to feel his absence. Because him just like coming back in a different show is like what?
I get it. It was a little weird because I remember seeing the trailer, everyone tweeting out on Twitter once the season 3 trailer dropped. It's like, man, people who didn't watch Boba Fett right now are mad confused.
Like
I was confused for a minute too. I'll
You
be
didn't watch
honest.
Boba,
And
yeah.
I watched Boba Fett, so it was crazy for me to forget.
but like there should have been time to feel his absence and like I feel like a lot of this show doesn't feel like it has any legitimate consequences for anything.
I can get that, and we actually talked about this on our Mandalorian review. We never really found out who the spy was.
Yeah. What was that about? Like, you know what?
I couldn't even think of something.
I saw this on Twitter and it was like it was something along the lines of I thought the ending of season 2 of Din taking off his helmet and looking at his son without the mask in front of him was like supposed to be like a character high point, like he's letting go of this cult that has ruled his life. But now, no, that was like actually the Empire Strikes Back low point, because apparently the cult is the good guys and we should be rooting for them.
Sure.
And it's like
That makes sense. But I think though,
I'll think twice about praying.
well, it's like it's bringing in the new age of Mandalorian. You got the mythosaur in Mandalore.
Okay.
Mandalore's coming back. It's all there.
it's
The
just
groundwork's there. It's there. It's on the board. It's like a game of mousetrap. You got to get all the right pieces in the right spaces.
I just think like
I'm too optimistic for my own good.
John
Yeah.
Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Or
is
loving
like-
loving bastard.
Shut up.
Dave
That
Filoni
movie's
and
fun.
John Favreau's like approach to writing Star Wars of just throwing action figures together is not compelling television.
Well, I mean that's how Robert Rodriguez literally did
it
Boba Fett.
worked for season 1, but when you continue to do it, like how
Season
they
one
were
was cool
writing
'cause it felt new and it felt like its own thing. And then in season 2, they were like, it's the cameo season. Just like
Well, yeah, okay, a little bit, but season 2 is still the better of the out of the 3 seasons right now.
no, I think season 1's better.
Really, I think season 2 had more like. I mean, I get yes, it is very much the cameo season, but that Ahsoka episode I think was really neat with her and Bo-Katan kind of coming back. I feel like that for more rewarding Clone Wars fans.
Yeah. Also, another thing about Mando season 3, we got to stop having scenes where a big monster does a thing, just comes out of nowhere.
That is true.
Like causes.
But I love that trope.
That is your favorite
I'm
trope.
so tired of it.
See,
But anyway.
I'm not nervous for Ahsoka. I just hope it's done in the way where Dave Filoni gets the Clone War stuff.
I mean,
like,
clearly it's what he's been wanting to do.
I know, and I hope it's not like only callbacks. I hope it really does bring another level to Rebels, Ahsoka, and as well as like clearing the board of what happened in the past, so we can kind of proceed forward.
I just want
good.
So like, I just want characters I care about and that I love, and to be as
like the Nazis behind you.
They're okay. They're fine.
Out of context and out of not knowing, watching the video, that's going to be really weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, those like YouTube videos where like you open with the middle of the clip to be like, you want to know how we got here? You start the video like that.
Just like the hoop. You're probably wondering how I got here.
You're probably wondering why I'm saying this.
You're probably Nazis, am I right? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you want characters that you want.
Yeah, I like characters that not only do I care about, have like complex, like I want Andor more and often.
Yeah.
It was great. Have you watched Andor yet, Collin? I sent him the Luthen clip of his speech, and that's what got him hooked. I don't know if you watched it yet, though.
Yeah, I took an acting class this semester, and I performed that monologue as like one of my assignments.
You did?
Yeah. It was
How did you
do? People liked it, so
nice.
Yeah.
You should have brought like a cup with you, so when you do the everything, it kind of echoes into like a
everything. Yeah.
That's Bane.
Everything.
What do I sacrifice?
Very excited for Andor season 2.
I make for a sunset I'll never see.
Well,
that's Bane from the Harley Quinn show.
Anyway, getting pretty late. Y'all should have me back for some Star Wars hot takes.
That's definitely, absolutely
all about my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, Collin, you know what his favorite Star Wars movie is, right?
I defend The Last Jedi.
That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
It's not my favorite, but of the sequel trilogy, it definitely is.
It is my favorite.
Wow. Okay.
Look, we got some middle ground here.
Well, I mean, I enjoy a lot of it, but it's definitely not my favorite. It's
I'm noticing a theme that when two come together, the third
shut up.
The one left out becomes the enemy.
Yeah, you guys both hate Thor: Love and Thunder. It's a fun rewatch for me. And then
I don't hate Love and Thunder. I just think it's okay.
I know it's
watching
okay,
Thor: Love and Thunder is like walking into a daycare where you don't know any of the kids and you just want to
Why leave. Are you
like what? You feel dirty staying around.
Why would you? How often does that happen for you? We just walk into a daycare of none of the kids you know, Con.
How often do we get a Marvel movie that bad to where I have to come up with
it's funny. That's happened twice for Thor.
That absurd.
It's happened twice for Thor. One in 2014 and then 2023.
Two.
At least with Dark World, it gave a shit.
So Love and Thunder gave
Love and Thunder
more
didn't.
Yeah. Man.
Okay, well, you guys are Last Jedi.
Isn't it crazy that your favorite movie has worse special effects than the worst Thor movie? Isn't it crazy?
It's not my favorite Marvel movie. That's 1,000% not true. You know my favorite Marvel movie.
You only watch it for that one scene.
Maybe. So what?
What are we talking
help?
about?
Thor: Love and Thunder. The Welcome to the Jungle bit is easily my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay. It took a really stupid comic idea and made it really cool. Okay. So.
And do you stop watching the movie from there, or do you like to hurt yourself?
I just rewatch it about 5 hours a day.
Oh my gosh.
What? No, actually, sometimes when I'm on the treadmill in the gym and just watching Thor: Love and Thunder.
James, end the episode.
Okay. Well, that will have to wrap up part 2. It's a very short one, but it's a good enough one of the Tu-Vie podcast. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 turns Zack Snyder versus Marvel debate between Collin and Cameron. Cameron, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, no
great
problem.
The first time. Definitely gonna have you back for that Star Wars hot takes one.
Can you just like be in every episode?
You know what? Why not? If you got time, more than welcome.
No.
Be sure to
This
check
was
us out
fun.
on TikTok and Instagram, and our letterbox, all gonna be in the descriptions. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next.
Y'all have a good one.